Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Just waiting for some more people to come before we get started. My camera is still broken, so I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it to do something next time. Oh, this is way too big now. If you're looking for a professional, simmer, you haven't come to the right place. I try my best though. I do try my best. Um, I want to go to, mm, and I definitely am putting on my wish list, um, for like another monitor, because it will make everything, and I don't have to have this chat box here. It'll make everything so much better. So yeah, it's on my Christmas wish list. All right. This is the Woohoo Club. I just like was doing some last minute editing this morning. Um, thank you to everyone that enjoyed that little, you know, little little what would you call it? Little not experiment. I've done short videos before, but I have a lot of fun making them and like bringing a little bit of a storyline to life. Oh my gosh, Grandma's here. Thought that was like Mrs. Claus for a second there. Anyway, we're going to do a little bit of building and have a little chit chat, and then we'll go into some gameplay. I'm roughly thinking around 2.5 hours to 3 hours streaming, just because I find the 2 hours go so fast. And yeah, and there's definitely, some things I want to do. So I haven't been able to build too much off camera. And if you were with me last week, we were building a funeral home and we had a morgue and everything like that. It was very, very fancy. But yeah, we're going to continue casket sale. Oh my gosh. I can't get over the try before you buy casket sale. That's so strange. But if you're new to The Sims or new to my channel, welcome. We're happy to have you, and I hope you stick around. You can always follow so to keep up with my lives and my content. I try and post my my goal is to post um, regularly, even once a day is my post for the week, but it was been a crazy week, but going forward, my goal is to just give you guys something, even if it's a short video, every day, so you guys don't get bored. Because I definitely have some plans in store for some. I'm so excited. I've been working out a schedule, and I went live actually, just on my phone as opposed to on my computer, just doing like a face-to-face little Q&A, and you guys really enjoyed that, and we just talked about retro games, and we also pulled out some of my games because I still have them in a box from when I moved, and we were kind of going through that box and just talking about the Sims life stories, and then I was inspired to make that video and talk a little bit about it. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I did find the rest of my games. If you were there during my live on, I think that was Wednesday or Thursday, um, I did find the rest of my games. It's at my in-laws' house. A bunch of our stuff when we moved went to my in-laws' house, and like they were wondering whose stuff it was. But yeah, that's where it ended up. So I need to go through that and get that from them. And because I was missing a bunch of my Sims 1 games, and I was kind of having a panic attack about it because that was so hard to find those. And they had a big yard sale in the summer, and I'm like, I hope that didn't get put with things. I would be I would be so upset. Um, but no, we were good. Oh, there's our funeral home. I was thinking it was over there. What in the heck did I just push? No. Exit create a sim. I did not want to do that. I just wanted to go here, and I wanted to build. I pushed the wrong button. But yeah, how are you guys doing? It's Friday night. I'm looking forward to the weekend. We've got a busy weekend. Like I'm always busy. I have two kids and the weekends just unfortunately fly by. And yeah, it goes too fast. It goes too fast. So we're going to do a little bit of building and just have a little chit chat and then we'll hop into some gameplay because I kind of am wondering about doing this because I do love doing building and I know not everyone loves um, watching building. I really do like watching, people build. Now it's been a while since I've watched um another sim creator build. It's been quite some time. It's been like I don't know, like 3 or 4 years. But yeah, I do enjoy watching it. But anyway, that was better. I was trying to figure out how to turn off that grid, and I finally figured out which button it was because I stepped away from The Sims 4 for a while. But anyway, that's our morgue. Um, I'm just gonna leave. I think it turned out really cute. Not the morgue is cute, not really. Not really is a morgue cute, but I think our morgue is kind of cute. But the last little thing to do is just put some clutter items. I love to do that. And we kind of started on the clutter item thing, but I think I'm going to move on to the upper parts. Now, we were thinking in the last live, um, actually about um, making this like, I don't know where you guys are from or where you live, but where I grew up, um, a lot of the funeral directors and that own the funeral home actually lived either above or beside the funeral home, just because that's like you always have to be on the spot and ready to go. And I want to talk. I know what we can talk about tonight. I just have a topic, a really cool topic we can talk about that has to do with funeral homes. Um, but yeah, they usually live like above or near a funeral home, usually in the same lot. Just because when someone passes away, you have to be quick to get there and and show up and be ready for that family to support them and get them, all set up with the arrangements for their loved one. So that's why what we're going to do up here is because that's where I grew up, and a lot of the funeral homes we used growing up, the families lived there. So, but anyway, I definitely want to get into some ghost stories. If you love ghost stories, stick around. This is going to be like a lot of my OGers love my stories. And my son actually told me the other night, he's like, Mom, you actually tell really good stories. I'm like, thank you. Because sometimes I feel like I almost like go over the top with my stories and like too detailed information because I know my husband says that. Um, he's like, you sometimes tell me like way more information than I need to know about a topic. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a very detailed person. Even when I do anything, it's always very detailed. But anyway, let's get into some ghost stories. So I guess it's not directly related to a funeral home, but I did know of like a family member knew someone who lived, above a funeral home. Like their parents were funeral directors, and they had lots, of stories for sure. But one of my favorite stories that this family member told me was they were babysitting for this family, and they were like, I want to say a teenager when this was going on, and the kids were quite young. I'm not really sure age range. I don't think it really matters, but she babysat for, I think there was like 3 or 4 kids. There was quite a few. And the parents would go out. It was usually at night when she'd babysit. It was on the weekends because she was in school. And they lived in actually an old hospital. So, yeah, I guess that ties in with the morgue thing. But yeah, they lived in an old hospital. And, she definitely seen some things. And heard from the children like things like they were in bed and there was like someone in the hallway, like just creepy stories, and kids for some reason, if you believe in the paranormal, are super sensitive to that kind of stuff. Where we used to live, actually, I have my own ghost story, but I think I've told it before. But where we used to live, where we moved from, it was a family home. It was passed down um, to my grandparents, and it was my grandfather's parents' house, and he was raised there. And we definitely had some activity. And I wouldn't even say, I don't like to say it was haunted. Like I used to say that, but honestly, I feel like we had visitors that would just come in and check on the house and see if everything's going okay and see what we're kind of up to. That's what I like to think of it as. But yeah, we definitely, and I was always like, I was very interested in that kind of stuff. But I never honestly, how do I say this? I never honestly seen anything where I was like, I'd have to see it to believe it kind of attitude. But when we moved, and my husband was like totally like a non-believer, like totally the other way than I was. Hi Mickey. Or no, sorry, that's not Mickey. Mackenzie's here. Hi Mackenzie. Um, but yeah, like we lived in this old house and there was some things. I'm good. I remember you from the past streams. How are you doing? Long time no see. Long time no talk, I guess. I guess we really can't honestly see each other, unfortunately, but how are you doing? But yeah, like so one of the stories that I can share is I'm good. I thought you talked to me a few weeks ago. Yeah, cuz didn't you have a little one as well? Sorry if I'm saying, I know somebody told me that. I know I have talked to a couple of OGers. Oh, that's so cute. Back in June. Wow, the baby's not very old then. My goodness, that's so cute and so precious. You're a busy gal, I bet. Especially when that's what I found. The first year, you're running off your feet, right? And they always say, oh, when they're walking or when they're crawling, that's when you're going to be super busy. But no, it's the first year is busy, right? Running to get the bottles or, feeding at night, whatever like you need to do. It's like so much. Oh my goodness. I bottle fed, so that's why I said bottles. Turning 5 months. Oh, getting to the personality stage. Oh, I love that. I think my favorite age with kids, um, the newborn stage is so fun and cuddly, and you just love the newborn smells and everything, right? Because it's just, I don't know, it's just something about, the smell of a new baby. It's just so like comforting and so cute. But my favorite age is actually, oh my goodness, I need to filter this. My favorite age is got to be anywhere 1 and 2 because my daughter, her little personalities, that's, I don't know, I find both my kids was when their little personality started to show and you could tell, what kind of personality they're going to have. My daughter is a redhead and like I don't really like people saying it because you don't really necessarily know what they're going to be like, but they're like, "Oh, she's going to be really fiery." And she is. She is a fiery girl. Like she is going to be my little troublemaker and she's going to get away with it cuz she's as cute as a button. Um she is going to she's going to give me like loads and loads of heart attacks and everything and worry about her because she's my little mischievous one. My son is more like myself and he's very careful and very cautious with a lot of things. He's very sensitive. He's like his mom and I'm a little sensitive soul myself And he's no exception, but she is so much like my husband. She's her own little person. Oh, sash. I love that. I love the sassiness. I have like a niece, and she like, she's got the sass, and I love it. It's like you kind of got to be like that. Good for them having the sass. Kind of got to be a little sassy in life, I feel like. Can't let anyone bring you down. So I love that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's so funny. And it's so weird. Like, you think with siblings, they're going to be so much alike. And I think I said this before. They couldn't be totally different. She is so much like my husband. And he is so much like me, the poor kid. She's going to give me a run for my money. Oh, but she'll get away with it because she's probably a cutie pie. She's in the sweet phase right now. Oh, I love the cuddle. Like my daughter's in the cuddly phase. She was never really a huge cuddler. My son is like, 7. He still loves to like cuddle and hugs, and he's a very affectionate little kid. But her, no. She has things to go and places to do. She doesn't have time for that kind of mushy stuff. That's her little attitude, and I kind of love it. And but no, she is, it's so funny to watch kids, grow up and be a parent, because you get to see like, all those different little personalities, and how much they change so quickly. Like even in 5 months they change so much, right? My daughter, I had a friend, and her daughter is about 3 months older than mine. And her daughter went through that phase my son did, and they lose all their hair, and then like their newborn hair, and then their like baby hair comes in. And my daughter, like, she never really went super super bald. Like she always had a good full head of hair, even from birth, and it was super dark red when she was born. And now it's more lighter now. It's more like I would guess a strawberry blonde. It's beautiful. I would have given anything to have my hair that color. I have always really loved red hair. So I think it's perfect. I have a kid that's a little redhead. And my hair, like I used to always dye my hair in high school, and my hair, not purposely, would always end up super duper like red, because my hair was like dark brown and it had so much red in it. Oh, she has a bunch of hair. I love that. That's good. Because especially, with a little girl, you want to like have fun with their hair and put them in bows and do all that stuff. But yeah, I was so sad because my son had like the most beautiful color blonde hair. It was like a super blonde with a little bit of red in it. It was so beautiful. And then his hair went super brown. I'm like, oh, I love that hair. It was so cute. Oh, the brightest blue eyes. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, well, they say that if like your parents are both like brown-eyed, there is like a 50% chance you could have a blue-eyed child. I did see that somewhere. So my husband's eyes are like a greenish color, and my eyes are blue. Both my kids have my eyes, and I feel so bad for my husband. And it's like none of the kids ended up with green eyes, but I guess blue eyes is a very dominant color. And I looked up somewhere, and they said for a redhead had to have blue eyes. It's like, it's not that it doesn't happen, but it's like very rare. Usually they have green eyes. So I'm like, I have the one in a million kid here. I love that. But yeah. Oh, that's so cute. I'm so happy for you. It's so much fun. So much fun. I literally, don't even remember. That's what I say to my husband. I don't even remember what it was like before we had kids, because, and we were married for a while before we had children. I'm like, I don't even remember. It's just too much fun. You have so much fun, and you get to be a kid again. Like I literally, it's my niece's birthday, and I got to go shopping, and I got to go down the Barbie aisle. And I'm like, I feel like a little girl again. This is so amazing. Get to pick out all those toys. And like my son, I got to live vicariously through him because I always loved Hot Wheels as a kid, and I always loved Ninja Turtles because that was really big when I was a kid. And he he is my little mini me, I tell you. My daughter looks a lot like me, but my son is like, personality wise, he has my little personality. And yeah, we always connect on that. And actually, when we moved here, I gave him a full on Ninja Turtle room. And I'm like, if I was a kid and I would have had a Ninja Turtle room like in the 90s, I would have like freaked out. It would have been everything. And I just love that. And you get to experience that, like, I feel like all over again. It's amazing. What am I looking for? Decorations. What? Oh, right there. Um, Guess we should put one of these up, right? I don't know. Like, I don't know what's considered. I guess usually they do have these up here because I've seen them at the. Well, yeah, I guess they do have them here eventually. They have them at the grave site, but then they do have them here as well. Um, let's just do that. Actually, let's just do two of the similar. I like that red. It's very autumny, and it kind of matches this. Why is it not wanting to turn? There we go. There was an update, I guess, today as well for The Sims. Um, and I never really, I used to be right on top of, checking out what that was about, but I didn't actually check out what the new update was. I think it had to do with the Grim rewards track, if you're following that. Okay, so this is going to be like our dinner area. So for anyone that's just joining us, this is how it's going to be set up. So we have the apartment up top. We have the morgue in the basement. This is going to be like our gathering room. We might even have a casket display here. Kind of, this is more for the family, and we'll probably put like a curtain up here because when you're dealing with a loss of a loved one, you don't really want to see the caskets on display. And I'm thinking this is just a little private area for the family to grieve. And then we have our caskets on display behind this curtain, or I can always like put a door on it, I guess, too. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. And this will be the dining area. That's our kitchen, of course. And yeah, this will be just kind of somewhere for them to get sandwiches or whatever. We'll have a little buffet table set up over there, and they can get something to eat and kind of socialize, which is typically, the kind of funerals I went to. But I think everyone definitely celebrates differently. But oh, do I not have... I guess I'll just have... Is this a dining table? Oh, it's a side table. I thought it seemed really thin for... Okay, well, I like this table. I'm going to put it here. We'll get a better dining table. Because I was going to say, those seem really tiny. Okay, so we'll put that there. And then I guess we can put this over here. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And then I wonder if I want to make this a half wall so they can carry the... I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm thinking out loud here. All right, so let's go with surfaces, and we'll go with, no, dining tables. Oh, we do have one. Okay, good. I was going to say, I thought there was one that kind of matched that, because I think I had it pulled out before. Do I have move objects on? I must, because this... Oh, no, I don't. I was like, is it getting sucked into the wall? It definitely looked like it there for a second. Not gonna lie. Okay, so we just didn't get any dining tables. That's interesting. So let's just put like one here. We'll put the buffet tables along here. I mean, let's be honest with each other. We're not really gonna get that many Sims because it's just it's so chaotic even to get away. I don't know if it's just me. Even when your Sims are getting married, like the guests are just so sparse. Even if you invite like a million people, they're just, it's like, where did all the people I invite go? Like, hello, where are you? Oh, here we go. Oh, I like this one better. I'm not crazy. I could have sworn there was a chair. Um, but are my Sims going to be able to get in there? I don't think so. I think I'm going to have to space this out because they are, you know how fussy those Sims get. They don't have enough room. It's all freak out. I actually live for the Sims freak out. Especially when the chair is in the wrong spot and they're like, oh, I kind of love it. It's kind of like having a toddler if you have a toddler and they throw a temper tantrum. They say the same thing. It's like if you're like you do something wrong with a toy or you don't put their shoe on the right way or you know, you're not doing things the way they want done. You know, it's just like it's so true. So true. Someone's going to be over there by their lonesome. Actually, I don't like that. That's depressing. We're going to get rid of that. That is so sad. I don't want someone to be in the corner facing the wall. That's like being like in school. Like, I don't think schools do that anymore. When I was in school, I remember I had this one teacher and she was like super old fashioned, like with her teaching. And she would literally, I'm telling you, tell me to put my nose right against the corner and sit in a chair like that. And every time I see a chair and it's positioned in the corner, I'm like, all I can think about is sitting in that darn tootin' chair. And she's like, press your nose against the wall and don't move until I tell you. It was actually horrifying. And I think I was like 8. It's like teachers nowadays could never. I don't even think they really did that. Even were supposed to do that back then. But she did. She did. She was her own little, I don't know. She had her own agenda, I guess. It's the right way of saying that. Her own little thoughts. Okay, so that's good. And I want to put a fence. So this is going to be obviously the graveyard. So I'll put these as like empty plots and then we'll have some gravestones out that way. I love how the gravestone or the cemetery or grave plot, I guess is the correct wording of that, is under comfort. I don't know, that just seems so weird to me. But yeah, here's the headstones. I kind of love, can I just say, I kind of love that we have a variety of headstones because I made like a few spooky houses, like the Beetlejuice house I made. And if you guys are interested, you know, in anything I'm building, I do always try and put it on the gallery. I need to update the oh my gosh, the Woohoo Club, because I mean, that's from like 2 years ago. So I took, if anyone's wondering, I took a little hiatus when I had my daughter, for anyone that's just joining. And I just came back recently in September, I guess it would be now, to, you know, get back on the Sims train. And I'm happy to be back. But I was at one point doing lives on 2 different platforms, but I'm not a huge fan of that old platform. I really like going live on TikTok. I just feel like I really like the community here, and I feel like the interaction is really nice as well. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Oh, there's a casket. I guess we can put these in our display room. I wonder if we should put some shelves and we can put some urns up there too in case like someone wants to look at urns. I was like, is that a coffin? Because that is sketchy as all heck. That coffin does not look high quality. Oh, so this is a display case. So I have that jewelry pack that I haven't really dabbled with too much, to be honest with you. They have that art pack. Hi, well endowed. You're here. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome. Um, oh gosh. This is like, is that just like a display? Oh, this is like a full-on try it out coffin. Okay. I guess if you want to make sure they're comfy, you know? All right, so we'll put that there. I kind of just wanted more display items. Let's put like a, oh. Well, what the heck? That was under decorations. I see. Bargain burials. What kind of a name is that? If there's any one thing I've learned about our fellow Sims after 80 years in the death and dying business, it's that we all just keep dying. Grandpa caught a case of being too old to run onto that treadmill of his 7 times in one day. Dad caught a case of house fire making pancakes. Well, look no further. After countless of you spraying for the classic cat. What in the heck kind of a thing is this? I love it. I love their little catch lines. It's so funny. All right. We're not gonna use that big honking one. It's gonna take up too much room. Oh, a husky puppy. Oh my gosh, I love huskies. I had a family member had a husky. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. And they got them as puppies. They were snow white and they had ice blue eyes. They were so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Now that you tell me that's all I'm going to think about is puppies. They're so cute. Oh, I love puppies. We're going to get a puppy. Our cat, unfortunately, I don't know what his deal is. We're having an issue with him. Just constantly, you know, taking off. He has just not adjusted to the move very well. He is an elder cat. He's like, how old would he be? He's like 12. And it's just been very, very stressful for him. Just the change. And I talked to someone else and they said that they had a cat and they said, yeah, when they get old, you know, big life changes like that is a lot for them. And he keeps going out and he doesn't want to come back in, which is, yes, this is so we're going to build this, like, I think the first half, and then we'll take like a little chatty break and kind of, you know, have a little chit chat, and then we'll do some gaming. That's what I'm thinking. I think it'll be probably a 3-hour stream because I have been having some sim withdrawals, to be honest with you, this week. I have not had time to play. I was hoping to work a little bit on this so it wasn't, you know, super crazy. But this is I know this is supposed to be a wedding, but like I've gone to a few funerals and they've actually had a little thing out here just like talking about events and what's going to be happening and what time like everything's happening and where to go afterwards. So I'm just gonna do that. I love this heirloom eligible. Oh, is that sparkly? I love it. It has rainbow. I don't know what it is with me and rainbows, but I love rainbows. Full on love rainbows. Rainbows are everything. Does that look too happy though? I don't want it to look too happy because this is a funeral. Yes, that is what one of my friends told me. She's like, he could be very ill, but you know what? He doesn't seem that bad, and he's been getting out like every day. Like he is an inside cat, and he typically we don't let him outside. But I don't know. He's very very interested in going outside every day. And I tried to bring him back in. And this is like, he is a little bit of he can be a little nasty, just to be honest with you. And he bit me when I tried to pick him up. And then I'm like, he doesn't usually do that with me. He'll do it like if someone's bothering him. And like if he's eating or something and he's in the middle of something, yeah. for sure. He will like I don't think it's appropriate to have liquor at a wedding. I'm just saying. I don't know what kind of, I don't know if you guys have it, but like we don't. We'll just do like a little fountain or something. But I don't think it's appropriate to have liquor at a funeral. You may feel like liquor, but especially, sometimes. Oh, there's a flower place. I wonder if we should put the flower place out here because it's like if you want to buy flowers. I kind of love that idea. You can just pick them up and go and put them on your loved one's grave. I kind of love that. So, my sister-in-law unfortunately passed away quite young, and we usually buy her roses, like red roses, to go and take. But you know what? There's not really anywhere super nice to get, you know, like flowers, and usually they're like uber expensive. But we've been getting them from just our grocery store, and they are so nice. And we put that there, and then um, the kids been putting like a little puppy because my sister-in-law loved puppies, and we put that on her grave too. So it's always nice to have that kind of close by is what I'm getting at, so that you can go and get those, for your loved ones. I'm just trying to think of a good spot for it though. I don't know. Maybe I should put it, this is a pretty big lot. So I could put it back here for now and then kind of see what the vision ends up being. Guess we could do like, oh, that's pretty. Could have like a little hangout spot if you want to just hang out and just, have some time to think and think of memories with your loved one. You can. I kind of love that. Kind of love that. Yeah, we can put some chairs underneath there. Or we could say it's part of the ceremony for, keep, a little bit of shelter above your heads. I kind of love that. All right. So we got this. I want to put something on the wall. I think that's looking pretty good. Yeah, we just need some decorations and such. What time is it right now? I'm just gonna... Ooh, we're already almost an hour in. Okay. We'll go for another 30 minutes or so, and then we'll switch over to gameplay. See, it goes by so fast. I know I used to game for 3 hours. I'm like, I can't. And now that I'm doing it, I'm like, yeah, I think that works out better because it's like you just run out of time so fast, and there's so much you want to accomplish, and there's so much you want to do. Oh, there's like a little wall we can put pictures in. I kind of like that. But then I have to, guess we could, no, I'm not going to put that up. I don't think that seems like it's going to work. What do we have for life and death? Let's see. Guess we can go with something. What do they have here? We have these. I don't know. They're tarot cards. I don't know. Do you really want the Grim Reaper up there when you're trying to mourn your loved one? I don't think so. Don't think so. I guess we could put this up here as like, I don't know. You can put some pictures up there or something. Like, I know I've been to... Why is that being strange? Why are you being strange? Can't intersect. What is there? What is there? There should be nothing there, game. I'm gonna have to use move objects. I can't. Did I spell that right? I did. Oh my gosh, I didn't. I need to get my eyes checked again because I'm noticing my one eye is, I don't know, it's gotten a little blurry. Like, I just started back to work from mat leave in September, and yeah, it's very it's been really blurry, so I guess I'm using it a little more. This is more for the Grim Reaper career, I think. There's death stats. Oh, you know what we never gave them was like a little office. I guess we can put it up here. We never really gave like the funeral director a little office. Maybe we can kind of do that in here, maybe, so he can sell the caskets and stuff. Is Canada banning TikTok? Well, Is there a spot inside? Sorry, I missed your comment. Well endowed. I wasn't sure what you were speaking about. Um, so now, no, is the short answer. Um, they are not currently, but what they did do, and I did do a little more information. To be honest with you, I totally panicked. Um, one of my parents sent it to me, and they're like, don't you stream on TikTok?" Like, I think my dad seen it, and older people. My parents might be watching this. No offense, parents. But sometimes older people don't get it. Like, they don't know how to use TikTok. I don't even think they really do watch my lives. But um, what was I gonna say? They excuse me. They don't always understand stuff correctly, and they kind of had me freaked out. But um, they are they closed some offices, and they're going to be stopping, TikTok from operating out of Canada, whatever the heck that means. Um, yeah. So they won't be able to have their business out of Canada. So I don't know what that means for creators. And I did search, and a lot of TikTok creators that, are larger than myself are very upset about it, and they have a right to be. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It sounds like TikTok, like I've heard multiple sources, like when I search it up, say that TikTok is gonna fight it, which I hope they do. But then, yeah, I don't know. It just seems really weird to me. Seems really weird to me. I kind of hope it doesn't happen because I really do like TikTok, and I've grown such a great little community on here. So it kind of broke my heart a little bit. But so far I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and until I'm being told I can't. I guess is what it is. It doesn't sound like they're going to ban the app, but as far as like, creators making money, having a job off of it, which I'm going to be fully transparent with you, I was hoping to do. I actually looked into it, and I'm working with couple of companies right now, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen now after I did all that. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen. Isn't there an office downstairs? There is, but that's for the coroner. That's for the coroner, well endowed. They need their own office space. No, this will be for the funeral director, I think. But yeah, you are right. TikTok tried to fight ours and didn't follow through first time we have a band-aid. Yeah, because you guys are in the US, and didn't you guys have to deal with that too, and it fell through. You guys were right on top of that before we were. We were a little behind. You're a little behind, you guys. You guys are right on top of stuff. I guess I could put this up. Ooh, why does that look blue? Okay, I guess it is blue. I think it's just my eyes. I was gonna say. Twice. Okay. I do briefly battling since COVID times. Okay. And you guys aren't banned, so maybe there's a glimmer of hope for me. That makes me feel better. I did forget about that. Well, that gives me... You're making me feel better, Michaela. Or Mickey. It's Mickey. I thought you were Mackenzie for a minute. If I called you Mackenzie, I'm sorry. I had Mackenzie in here, and I was calling her Mickey. And now you're in here, Mickey, and I'm calling you Mackenzie. I'm sorry. I know who you are. It's just not interpreting right in my... YouTube is the easiest? Yeah. But you know what? YouTube made me a little angry today. I'm going to be honest with you. I went and put it up, and, well, I guess they're more copyright. Like, that's what I like about TikTok. If you do shorts with TikTok, like, they don't violate you as fast. Like, YouTube is, like, right on top of it. They're like, bam, That's the only thing is, like, I really don't want to leave TikTok. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Because like I tried to do share some of my shorts on YouTube, because I do have a little bit of a following on there right now. And it's like, dang, TikTok would never. And you guys are like coming for me. Yeah. But you know what? On all honesty, like I don't need to be making like a fortune on here. It's like it'd just be nice to have a little something something, a little extra, you know? Um but cuz honestly, I just enjoy doing it. But you know, if there's a way to have a little extra, I'm not going to turn that down, let me tell you. Yes, I know. I know. And it's even, I heard TikTok. That's why I was spelling, I even said the Y word, and they do not like you to say the Y or the I either. And I am working with a company and they told me that. And I'm just like, okay. And I keep forgetting and I say it. I love you, TikTok. I'm saying good things. So don't take down my stream. I'm saying how much I love you. So don't take it down. So you guys might have, okay, I'm not very good with following the US news, so I apologize if I don't know what's going on. Your app might go away in January. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do not keep up with the news at all, even in Canada. I'm bad. Unless it's you know, and there's a reason for that. When COVID was going on, your girl has a little bit of anxiety. I'm going to be perfectly honest. And I think I've shared that before. And during COVID, and I don't think I was alone in this, I couldn't watch the news. It was giving me anxiety and definitely panic attacks. And I definitely have been having it. So anyway, I can't watch the news. It triggers that. Oh, thank you for coming. Oh, I appreciate it. Oh, you miss my lives. I miss you. I miss all my OGers. You guys are the OGs. I want to like go and like pick all you OGers out and be like, I'm trying to slowly do that. Because I can tag you and put like OGer and put a crown. So if you're an OGer, I will find you and I'll do that. So you get the crown for OGer. You all get a special crown because you've been here since the beginning. Dang, TikTok ban before GTA 6. GTA 6, is that the game? Sorry. I am not up with the whole US lingo. I do know there was an election. I don't really want to bring it up, but I do know there was that. So, I do know that happened, but other than that, I don't follow the news. I don't. Because, like I said, for my anxiety, I can't. Because with COVID, you know, every day was like, it just seemed like every day it's a game. Okay, so Grand Theft Auto. I used to play that back in the day. So they're thinking about banning it? Really? Yeah, I hate to get into politics, but I agree with you. Well, endowed. I don't feel like I should be giving my 2 cents because I'm not American. But I agree with you. That's all I'm going to say. I hate getting into politics because I learned my lesson, you know, on my own personal page, not to say what I think about stuff because people get crazy. But all I'll say is I agree with you, well endowed. I definitely agree with you. I was in shock. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Um, They gave them a few months to sell an app to another company. Oh, really? Okay. Hi, Amanda. I see you just popped in. Wow. You guys are usually not as like... we ban... I feel like we ban a lot more stuff than you guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna go with that, though. All right. Let's go to... Sorry, guys. I kind of went quiet there. I don't like to go quiet. I was just thinking about whether I wanted that shelf there, and I just totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, especially as one of the Hispanic descendants fam. Oh, yeah, my heart goes out to you guys. That's all I'm gonna say. My heart goes out to you because I don't. Like I said, I hate bringing it up because I know it's, it's one of those things people go crazy over. But yeah, all I'm gonna say is my heart goes out to you, and I was in shock. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't feel like I have a right to say anymore because I'm Canadian. We got our own problems here. we got problems too. So we're not perfect either. Yeah, Mickey. I know. I'm sorry. I feel so bad for you guys. I just don't get it. I really don't. All I can say is I remember him from the um the apprentice days, and every time like I see him I'm like, you're fired. Because I remember watching that and it's like I just can't take that man seriously. He was on like he was on oh my gosh, a reality show. That's what I want to say. One of like I feel like one of the first few like big ones, right? It's and get compared to other. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is not cool at all. I'm totally not for that at all. That is not right. And you should honestly feel like you can be yourself. Um, you honestly should be able to be who you are and who you want to be. That drives me a little crazy. Little crazy. It's like let people be who they want to be and just be quiet. And let them be who they are. Right, trying to write comments, but TikTok won't allow me. Someone else was saying I got a message and I don't know who the person was, and if they're not someone I generally know very well, like if it's like you guys and you're my OGers, like I'll talk to you private chats. But this person I didn't know, and I get worried about like hacking and stuff, and they're like, I couldn't send you any gifts, and I'm like, I don't have any bands on. I am working with I don't know if I guess I can say it. I'm working with a creator company that helps creators, but I don't think they would do that either. And I'm just new with them, so I still don't know everything that they're doing. Still learning things, but I'm hoping they're giving me a lot of good little tidbits, let me tell you. They're nice people. Guess we can put this here. Oh, that looks a little extreme. Aw, there's little bunny. Yeah, that's so I don't even get it, guys. That's all I gotta say. Our prime minister. Oh, I don't want to bring up politics, especially mine because I'm Canadian and I'll get really hated on. But our prime minister, he's done some things too, like just saying that. But like I said, I don't even read even compliments. No, it's TikTok. A couple of months ago, it got that is so weird. I deleted all the filters off. The only thing I think I filter is like not nice words, I guess. You don't keep up with Canada. We're boring. We're not as exciting as you guys. Not that like, what's going on is exciting, but you guys have more like, you have like the celebrities and all that jazz. You know, we have we have what's his name? Oh no, I don't think he's well liked right now. I love watching. Oh shoot. I started thinking about this. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that because I think he's a controversial figure right now. But I was gonna say we have Ryan Reynolds, but his wife, like, she's kind of in trouble right now. Everyone's not happy with her, right? Because of I was watching the whole Blake, and I used to really love Blake Lively because she like there was some drama going on with her or something. Oh, I'm sorry. You tried to congratulate me with your daughter in 5 minutes, but it got filtered. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm gonna look into that and see what's going on. Like, I don't have any filters on. I think the only thing is like hate speech and all that kind of jazz is the only thing I can think of. Like, just regular stuff you don't want on your channel, right? Yeah, she's like, I was gonna say, oh, we have Ryan Reynolds. I'm like, I shouldn't admit that. He's from Vancouver, though. I'm from Ontario, so she might have. Yeah, because she was in that movie, which I think there's controversy over the movie. I never watched the movie and I never read the book, so I don't really know anything about it. But I guess she was it was to do with domestic violence, and she was making it like, bring your girlfriends, wear your florals and come and see, and everyone was like, girl, do you know what this is about? Like, this is about a serious topic and you're making it seem flowery and beautiful. And I honestly, I watch a few podcasts, and they keep up with I love my celebrity gossip. I know you guys are shocked with my Sims videos. You should know I love a little bit of drama. But yeah, they were talking about this whole Blake Lively drama, and I'm just like wow. Like, I used to watch her on Gossip Girl, um, and I love Ryan. I love Ryan Reynolds. I think he's hilarious. Oh, you're in Denmark. Oh my gosh, you're in Denmark. That's amazing. Shout out to Denmark. Hello. That's amazing. But yeah, I know she was having controversy over that because of that movie. And then her and her co star were having drama. Yes. So I can't believe that. So the guy that I think he bought the rights to the movies. Yes. Yes, well endowed. He made that movie, right? And then she went and got Ryan Gosling's like editor for Deadpool to come over and like do like a different edit for her, and she took over the whole movie, it sounds like. I'm like, what? Like, how could she do that? And like like even the rest of the cast weren't going to interviews altogether, and even like the writer of the book was like kind of ghosting him and not having him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is serious. Like, there's something going on here. So yeah, that was some drama, let me tell you. I couldn't believe that because I don't know, like, I don't really know a lot of it. And then there was that interview that came out. That was the other thing. There was an interview that came out, and I think it was on TikTok. I seen it, and she actually, like, this woman interviewed her, and she and this other celebrity who I don't know what their name is because I wasn't familiar with them. She, like, they full on, like, totally, I want to say, bullied her, really. Like, they were so rude to her. And and all she did was ask about her pregnancy, and like, as someone who just had a baby, like, I was like, I wouldn't have been offended by that. I wouldn't have been. Oh, It Ends With Us. Yes, you love that movie. I never watched it. And then with the controversy going on, it's like, do I want to watch it? It seems like there's a lot of drama with it. So I didn't end up watching it. And you know what? I don't go to the movies very much anymore. I usually like buy movies or I rent them, like, on Amazon usually. So, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mickey. So yeah, that's what was going on with that. She was being very she was not taking a sensitive subject very, she didn't promote it very good with it being a sensitive subject. But I think she was what she was doing was trying too hard because they really wanted to promote this movie because it was a disaster. Yeah, and she couldn't, that's what I was gonna say too. She couldn't even have kids, and she's like, oh, well, are you pregnant? I'm like, girl, excuse me? Like, you should not say that to anybody. That's a very sensitive subject. Like, holy cow. Like, girl. Like, I don't, it's like, who are these, like, people's PR people? Right? Like, when they have that many people they talk to and deal with, and they have fans, millions and millions of fans, it's like, you need a public relations person to be like, honey, you know, they should be fired, whoever they are, because she is just, oh, thank you, Amanda, for all the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I wish I could heart you through the camera, but my camera's broken, so I need to figure that thing out. So I'm so excited. I'm going to be I talked to you guys about merch and I'm going to be launching it very very soon. I'll give you guys an announcement on that. I'm very excited. I ended up going with a company that I've dealt with before and I've bought stuff for, and I was going to do it myself, but honestly, with having two kids and then buying all the equipment, I need to buy some equipment to make the t-shirts. I'm just going to let them deal with it, and I can set my own prices, and I like that because it's like I don't want to sell like a expensive sweater. I want to make it affordable because that drives me crazy. I don't want like $100 sweater going on. And I also will have like I'm going to be doing my own custom designs and drawing them, but I will definitely be announcing that soon on maybe even next week. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. And I love making my own. I actually was going to go to school to be a graphic artist or a cartoonist, but I got told actually when I was, I'm going to say in grade, so in grade 9 and 10 and 11, my art teacher was amazing. And they said I was like, you're going places, girl. You know, you get that talk, you're going places. Your art's amazing. You should go to go to college for this or university. So in Canada, we have college, which is like your equivalent of a community college, I believe. And then university is like for doctors, like it's a bigger, longer thing. Um, but I went to like what you guys would consider a community college, and but anyway, I got very discouraged and I didn't end up doing it. So I'm like, I feel like I get to finally do my graphic art kind of thing because I found a great program, and gonna do some sketching on my iPad. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, but don't ever feel discouraged. Like, don't listen to people, because I had one teacher in grades, I think it was like 11, no, grade 12. It was my last year of high school. And they're like, you're terrible at art. And I had been told from grade 9 all the way to grade like 12, I was great and I was wonderful. The only thing I did wrong was I switched from college courses to university. And I think that was my mistake. I think that was my mistake. I don't know for sure though. But anyway, the moral of the story is I get to relive, you know, my hopes and dreams. My other hope and dream was to open a thrift store, and I want to do that too. But I think I sometimes aim too high. But we'll just get started with the merch first, and then we'll do the thrift store eventually. I don't know how I'm going to do the thrift store yet. I haven't figured that out. I just figured out the merch. But yeah. But what I love about this company is like I've bought from them before. I know their stuff is good quality and it's actually really decently priced. Um, and they let you create your own stuff and make your own designs. I love that. I think that's so cool. So you don't have to worry about copyright. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Like this teacher that I had, he kind of he kind of liked a certain type of art. My art's always been very cartoony because I wanted to be a cartoonist when I was like, I don't know, 10 to 14 years old. And then it kind of turned into more graphic because computers were becoming super big. But I wanted to be and I wanted to be an illustrator. And I actually wrote a children's book when I was in college. And I was thinking about getting it published and I never did. And then someone came out with the same, like there was no books like this. And then I seen there was a TV show called the same name, and it's like, oh my gosh, I should have published it because it's like a TV show. But anyway, I never ended up publishing, and then I kind of wish I would have because I did all the illustrations for it. It was one of my, I don't remember which course it was for. I think it was for one of my English courses in college, but I don't remember now. But it was really fun to make a children's book because we got it all laminated. The teacher did it. She got it all laminated, or professor, whatever you call them. Yeah, but did you hear that? Because I heard this a while ago, so I can't remember the exact details, but because Disney is over 100 years old, they've lost a lot of their copyright or something. So like I've been seeing a lot of like knockoff Disney stuff, and it's because their copyright is only good for I don't know. I don't know if you guys know anything about that. I heard that, and I'm like, that is super strange. But it's like, yeah, they have been around. They have been around a while. But no, I don't plan to do anything. Yeah, isn't that strange? Here, I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to spread inaccurate information. But it's like, Disney lost their copyright or something. Um, yeah, Mickey, Disney, and public. Yeah, they're now part of the public domain. So before, if like I don't know, like Walmart or somebody like that wanted to make Disney stuff, they had to get permission, and now they can just do it. Yeah, yeah, without any repercussions. Yes, exactly. Thank you, well endowed. You said it better than me. um, but yeah, like I think that's so crazy to think you do like Disney movie ones. I want to take my kids to Disney World for sure. For sure. I've been to the one in Florida. I'd like to go to LA though. I honestly would love to go to LA. I always wanted to go there and go on the Hollywood, like, you know, walk and see all like the celebrities' names. I would love that, and I'd want to take my kids to Disneyland. I guess it's Disneyland in California, because apparently it's different than Disney World. Like, is all Disney characters public domain? I don't know about that, Mickey. It just said Mickey. I'm assuming so. Because when I go to like Walmart and stuff, like I've noticed to get, like I get kids clothes, obviously, because I have two kids. And especially with my daughter, there is tons of like Frozen stuff now. There never used to be. It was like very hard to find. And like Lilo and Stitch is like crazy. Like I went into Walmart the other day to go grocery shopping, and it's like Lilo and Stitch just exploded all over. Yes, Amanda, it is a funeral home. No, just some. Okay, thank you, Well Endowed. Well Endowed has all the facts. She's better than me with facts. That's interesting though. To think like, well, I guess Walt Disney is long gone, I guess. So he can't be fighting nothing. The copyright license is so expensive. I have no idea about that. I do know that there is like a certain like um someone told me that because I have a few family members that were in businesses, and if you put certain, like, you know how sometimes you see like LLC or LTD or something like that. There's one of them that I don't think, like, you can fight it a little bit, and it's protected a little bit better than putting nothing. And I think it's LLC or something, and you don't like it, you can kind of get away with it. I don't know. I might be wrong. Winnie the Pooh, I think, is public domain. Yes, I think it was, because Winnie the Pooh is how old? Like it's from like the 70s, I want to say, is when the first Winnie the Pooh was out. Like when they first did like a movie with him. I want to say the late 70s, early 80s. So Winnie the Pooh's getting up there too, man. It's crazy to think like how old some of these like movies are, and we watch them and we don't think anything about it, right? People sell prints of Disney drawings. I don't know if I want to test it. Yeah. So I used to sell on Etsy, as you guys know, and I did like before I was on TikTok, I was doing like Christmas ornaments and stuff, and I was selling them. And that's the one thing I was told is like, you got to be careful when you use like Mickey Mouse or something. So I made a Mickey Mouse and I just gave it to a friend, but I didn't sell it because that's where you can get in a little bit of trouble, right? Because that is a, you know, um, copyright infringement, right? because some, like, I was looking up on Etsy especially about stuff, and they said like even The Sims goes after some creators, because I used to buy from this one creator on Etsy, and that's where I got like my flamingo girl and stuff from, and she's closed, and I'm like, I hope like she didn't get copyright infringement or something, because apparently they'd shut your store right down. Google says it was first designed in 1921 and the book came out in 26. Holy cannoli. So it's almost 100 years old too. But yeah, I don't think Disney bought the rights to Winnie the Pooh until the 70s, because the only reason I know that is we watched the first original Winnie the Pooh, and it was like 50s or 60s, maybe even. Yeah, but you know what? In their defense, like, I can see their point in a way. Like, especially when you're first starting out and people are stealing, you know, your designs and, you know, as an artist, I totally get that. Totally get that. First movie, oh my gosh, I was close. I was saying like late to early 80s, so there we go. Yeah. So when I was doing like, I was selling Christmas ornaments a couple of years ago when my son was pretty little, and I was looking up copyright infringement and all that stuff. But back then, you could have got definitely in trouble. If it's public domain, you should be able to sell it. As far as I know, I thought it, like, I know it was more for Walmart and places like that. If they wanted to, like, print a Tinkerbell thing or something and print Tinkerbell and sell her. Because I've seen a lot of Tinkerbell, too. And that stuff, I don't know. I don't know about, in the US, probably not as much because it's based out of there. But in Canada, like where I live, it was very hard to get Disney clothes for kids without it being uber expensive. And the fact that it was in Walmart, not that Walmart's very cheap anymore. Holy cow. I was like very shocked. Very shocked. Oh, thank you so much for the heart me's. I appreciate that. Moon and Stars, I think is your name. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So sweet of you. But yeah, but you know, I do understand, like, especially with a video game too, like The Sims, like, you know, someone worked hard to make these graphics and someone else is taking it and selling it. I kind of get their point in a way. I kind of do get their point. I kind of get it, you know, and especially when you start out, right? And you're trying to, you know, get places, get your artwork recognized, and someone just goes and full on steals something. That would be very frustrating, especially as an artist. So I kind of get where they're coming from. I really do. When I think of smaller creators, especially. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I hated to say that, but yeah, Disney, you're like multi-million-dollar people. Like, really, should you be going after the little people? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm talking about small creators, though. You know, they're just doing it on their iPad, like I'm gonna do, like that. Like, that's irritating. I totally get that. But yeah, when you're a big ass company and you have, you know, tons and tons and tons of money and stuff, like, you shouldn't be going after the little people. Don't squish the little people. You should share some of that money. Definitely some organizations and such that could definitely use that. That's for sure. Especially the people that were affected by that hurricane. Oh, thank you, Amanda, for the boxing gloves. I love that one. That's amazing. That's new. I love that. It's so expensive. I think you could also buy copyrights if it's a public domain because no one really owns it. It's expensive, Mickey. I don't even want to know how much it costs. I can just imagine. It's gotta be crazy. I believe you. They really should. We're out here struggling. And yeah, and like, what about the people that got hit by the hurricanes and stuff in the US? Like, geez, like, give those people some moolah, right? Right? And some of those people got hit twice. See, I do follow some of the US news. I did know about the hurricane. I just don't follow everything. Yeah, non-public content I've looked is expensive. Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna do now. I was just thinking about copyright stuff for a minute there and I zoned out. I know I'm getting tired when I zone out, but I want to stream longer. I'm having fun. All right, we'll put this here. Taking years' paychecks out of the bank with that one. How about they just pay for, like, you know, everyone's first year of college, right? That's what I'm talking about. To get my stream totally banned by Disney. It's like, don't say that. Don't give them any ideas. I'm just, you know, doing the polite Canadian thing and thinking of other people. That's all I'm doing. Don't hate on me, Disney. I didn't mean it. Just thinking of my fellow, you know, North Americans below. That's all. Just spending, exactly. I'm just trying to look after, you know, my US people. I'm thinking of them. You know, at least we got, you know, somewhat good healthcare here and it's covered. You guys don't. You guys got, you know, have to pay for your healthcare. So, yeah, there you go. They can pay for free healthcare for you guys. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, stream is banned. Disney has banned your stream. I know, right? I feel so bad for you guys. Like, um, I was watching this creator and she was showing a bill from her just staying in the hospital, like maybe like 2 nights or something from having a baby. I'm like, my gosh. I'm like, that is insane. We are so lucky. Not that our healthcare is good. It's kind of crappy. Not to like, you know, I know you guys have. I hate to say anything because I know you guys have it hard, but oh my gosh, ours isn't very good. There's waiting lists like galore to even get like an MRI or a surgery. Like I was supposed to get a surgery and then I got pregnant with my daughter and I had to cancel it and I have to go on a waiting list again for 6 months. And I'm just like, I don't know what it's like there. Maybe it's the same in the US. I don't know. But that's because there's so many darn tootin' people. I wish I was, I was just going to bring that up. Day Lindsay should, or Disney Lindsay, what the heck, should pay every woman's labor and delivery bills. Well, yeah, because their children are going to watch Disney. No, that's a well endowed. You said that. I did not. I agree with that. So don't ban me. It was well endowed's idea, and I'm just agreeing with it. Yeah, because their children are going to watch Disney, so why not just pay for the delivery? Because you're delivering, you know, a future customer of your content. It all makes sense. It totally makes sense. Oh, I couldn't have think of anything better than that. You did it for me. Oh, that's funny. Even with the money they give, oh, they do a poor job. I'm sorry to hear that. I guess we don't have anything to complain about because we don't pay anything. But the wait times are crazy. I want tiles, I guess. Yeah, like there was this older couple and I was watching it and they were from the US and they're like, We owe $50,000. And I'm like, oh my God, they remind me of my grandparents. I don't want to cry. They had a little southern twang going on and cute little accent. I'm like, oh my God, my heart. I don't know what it is with old people, but they get me. Kids get me and older elderly people get me. And it's especially when they said they owed $50,000. I'm like, my heart just sank. It's like if I had $50,000, I'm like, oh my God. He just looked like my grandfather, like 100% white hair and glasses. And I'm just like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I know, guys. I know my heart goes out to you guys. You know what? Go after Disney. Go after Disney to pay for your medical. That's what I'm saying. Stop building all these crazy attractions, you know, getting all these celebrities to go and give it to the little people. That's what they should do. And like I can't think of anything better, giving it to, you know, people in their, you know, post-op, prenatal care and all that jazz, especially. So, Well Endowed has it all figured out, I tell you. That was like the perfect scenario. Funerals are expensive. Like, I had a lot within 2 years, so I know. Martin Luther King, oh my gosh. He looked like such a sweet man. I love watching, you know, the US history stuff, as sad as it is. I do love watching it. So my grandfather, kind of a bad topic, I guess, because it's about presidents, but um, my grandfather worked at a telephone company in Canada, and you know, like there, you know, some people think that what happens with you guys doesn't affect us, but it really does. And this is to prove the point, but this was a long time ago. So when John F. Kennedy was shot, another, from what I hear, great man. I don't really know a lot about him, so I'm gonna be careful what I say, in case he's not or something and something came out. But when John F. Kennedy was shot, my grandfather said the phones in Canada were ringing like crazy because even Canadians liked him. He was coming back from the dead? Oh my gosh. We need the Grim Reaper. We need some people like that. Well, if only the Grim Reaper was real, right? Bring back all those great people that were all for rights and all that jazz, right? Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's just a little interesting story. I remember my grandfather talking about that when John F. Kennedy was shot. Like back then, the telephones, they had to connect wires and all that jazz. I really don't know a lot about it, but he said the telephones were like ringing off the hook crazy. Everyone wanted to call each other and talk about John F. Kennedy. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I shouldn't be talking about him. Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. He used to be considered really good with, you know, rights, but maybe not anymore. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I don't follow the up-to-date stuff, so I apologize if I offended anyone. Oh, well, I know about that, about Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, like, there's a conspiracy. That's the other thing. I really love do you guys like conspiracy theories? I really love that. Especially the Mandela effect. That one, the Mandela effect messes me the heck up. So, did you guys hear about the movie with, my gosh, I can't think of Sinbad. you probably don't know who that is, but he was a really big actor. I think he was an actor. I don't think he was a singer back in the 90s. And they're like, "Do you remember this movie?" And he was a genie in it. And he kind of had a genie vibe because he had like the 90s like little ring on his ear, like the little gold like ring, and he kind of like would have been a perfect genie because his head was shaved. And I'm like, "Yeah, I remember that." And they're like, "Well, it didn't exist." And I'm like, "No. No, 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 no. That's a lie." That is so that one messed me up. And the Bernstein Bears, because I even asked my husband, I'm like, "How do you spell Burns? Is it Bernstein, like Stain, or Bernstein?" And he's like, "It's Bernstein." It's like, "No, it's not. You're wrong." That one messed with me. That one messed with me. The conspiracy theories mess with me. Oh, that one. I'm just never gonna get over that Sinbad one with the genie. That one will never. And I don't. I remember him in the. There was one where he was like protecting the president or something. Another political, but it was a comedy with a kid. I think the kid was like the son or something. But I remember that one. But there was a genie one. I'm not crazy. More than that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because wasn't his like brother connected to it too? The other guy that I can't think of his name that's escaping me got shot, Robert Kennedy. Wasn't he like involved with Marilyn too? There was like, both of them kind of had a little flingamajig going on there. I feel so bad for her because she was such a beautiful woman. But they worked the celebrities back. They probably, I don't know. They're a little bit better than now because I guess they have more rights. But back then, they worked them to the bone. Like even I watched Elvis. I actually read a book about Elvis, and I know he's controversial right now. I think too, but I could be wrong. But anyway, I read Priscilla Presley's book on Elvis Presley. But he's in a little bit of trouble, I know, too, for a lot of reasons as well. For being a little bit, well, Priscilla was like super young when they got married. That's kind of not good, but there's that. But yeah, I read Priscilla. I started reading Priscilla Presley's book, but sorry, I said Priscilla. I meant to say Lisa Marie's book. I always really, I don't know. I always really loved Lisa Marie, and I loved her music. And her daughter helped write it too. And it was very interesting. I really recommend reading it. It was very interesting how the book was written. It was written because she didn't get to finish it because she passed away, Lisa Marie. So, Riley, her daughter, kind of had to. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, now you're going to make me go down a rabbit hole after the stream. I do that with some of those conspiracy theories, and I'm like, oh. And then I keep going. Like, I'll go and do like especially TikTok because they're short ones. Shout out to TikTok. I go down a rabbit hole like sometimes with conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Well, she's saying that happy birthday, Mr. President. I remember hearing about that. Excuse me. I'm gonna go get a drink in a second, guys. I'm like fighting a cold, and it's so funny. Like I took like cold medicine, and then it kind of went away, and now it's coming back, and I can feel it, like the dryness right in my throat. And like I was at work, and I was talking on the phone. It's like, and it's like, oh my gosh, no! Don't fail on me now, voice. I still got a live stream tonight. But yeah, I think I definitely have a touch of asthma. So, weird story. I went to like the hospital when I had my daughter, and they're looking at my chart and they're like, "Oh, you have asthma." And I'm like, "I do?" I'm like, "I do?" And the nurse is like, "Yeah, it's on your record." And I'm just like, "Hmm." So like my old hospital and my new hospital are like still kind of connected. Yes, I did hear that, Mickey. I did. I watched like a whole documentary on that. It's very interesting. And all the evidence and stuff is like, dang, 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 dang. Do you know the other one that I went um, down a whole rabbit hole with? Another, like, I wouldn't say well, I guess it's kind of conspiracy related, but also facts, I guess. Um, there was, oh, I'm not gonna be, there's a movie about it. There's a movie about it. But I remember reading it because I went through like, I was really into true crime and stuff like that. But there was a girl that was killed very suspiciously. She drove her car into the um water at like a party, and actually one of the Kennedy brothers was involved in that too, just to add a little more to your, it wasn't um JFK. It was like the other brother, and I can't think of his name right now. But if you look it up, it's called Lake. Now I'm gonna have to look at it. It's gonna bother me. Lake something. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've seen the documentary on it. Lake something. Um, is it Ted Kennedy? Oh my gosh, I don't want to get my stream banned. Gypsy Rose. I can't with that girl. She's like got too much crap going on. My God. Oh, he's passed away, so I'm good. He's not gonna take. Well, maybe he might. Kennedy family's pretty big in the States. There might be someone out there who's watching. It's like, don't be saying that about my Uncle Teddy. Um, I went and did like a whole, like, because you guys know I love history. I did a whole like deep dive into the Kennedy family about Rosemary Kennedy too, and um, she got, what do you call it? That surgery done they used to do for like, they have mental health and illness, and they actually caused her to be wheelchair bound and have a major disability, and not function at all, and be in a mental institution for her whole life because she had the lobotomy. That's what it was. And I'm like that broke my heart. She was such a beautiful woman, beautiful. But I can't remember if it was because she was like being promiscuous, or back then it was like a big no-no. They wanted to look good. Oh my gosh, that's gonna bug me. Lake something. I know it's Ted Kennedy. Don't come for me, Ted's family. I'm just spewing stuff I read. Um, where is it? It's Lake something. Lobotomy, yes. The P Diddy case. Oh my gosh, that one bothers me a little bit because it involves kids and stuff. It's like, oh, just that makes me so mad, so mad. I was never really a P Diddy kind of gal. Not really. I did listen to his music, but I don't know. It's definitely a shocker, man. It's like, holy cannoli. And there's a lot of other celebrities that are tied in. It's like, I've been watching a couple of podcasts on the P Diddy case, but I haven't for a while because I'm like, I can't. Sometimes I just can't with some of the information, especially when it's about abuse and children, and I can't. It's just so sad. What? Really? I didn't see that. I know they were like going after um like even the Kardashians too. I'm kind of well, I watched a lot of Kardashians, so I know a lot about them. I grew up watching the Kardashian show, and I still watch. I haven't watched the newest one though, but I really like Courtney and the guy from Blink 182. I should know that. I his poster on my wall, the tattooed guy. It'll come to me. I know his name. Should know. I was a Blink 182 fan. Which celebrity gives me bad juju? Oh, I thought about this. You know, it's funny because, you know, when something like that happens, you think in your head, you're like, who's kind of like, gives you funny vibes, like you said. And I definitely think the Kardashians are a little funny when you think about it. Like, they found a clip of, well, especially like with Kim Kardashian, like how she got famous was her Woohoo tape, right? And even there is conspiracy about that the mom leaked it, and I 100% believe that. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you because she wanted her kids to get famous, and you know, Caitlyn Jenner, you know, was in the Olympics and stuff, and they were married, you know, I don't know how many years they were married, but um and I was can I just say I was a huge fan of Caitlyn Jenner on the show as well. That was one of my favorite characters. They're not a character; they're a real person. Um, that was she was one of my favorite. I don't know. I had a soft spot for her. I don't know. I don't know. I always did. I felt like they kind of treated her kind of crappy sometimes. At least in the earlier shows. I'm talking. I'm talking about in the earlier shows. um, like I'd watch like. She looked after like the younger ones mostly, like Kylie and Kendall. Did all like she did all the school runs and all that jazz. Sorry, I missed your comments here, guys. I'll get to them. I was going off on a rant about the Kardashians. Yes, I heard about Aaliyah. So I remember when Aaliyah passed away, I listened to her song. There was one song she sang, and I really, 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 really liked it. And it's like try me or but anyway, I remember blasting the heck out of it. And then the next thing I know, when I discovered this song, she had passed in like this plane accident. Why can't I scroll? Come on, game. Why can't you let me scroll? Let's see if I can scroll, you guys. Just a sec. Oh, well, I didn't want that. There we go. Da, 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 da. I didn't hear about Michael Jackson. There's like a voicemail saying, oh my gosh. I need to look this up because there's a celebrity like podcast I watch. Jack Black? Really? He gives you bad feelings, really? I don't know what to think of him. He's definitely, I can see your, like, you might feel a little unsettled. He's very goofy, that's for sure. He's definitely different. He's got an over the top personality. I don't say I've ever had bad feelings. Like he could be like a creep if that's what you're getting at, but I definitely think the Kardashians cover up a lot of crap. Let me tell you, or stuff. I shouldn't say that word on my life. I think they cover up a lot of things. Creepy uncle vibes. Okay, that's fair enough. See, I don't know if it's just because I grew up with Jack Black before, like watch him on the shows, but he was, I can't say he was my favorite actor. Like I can't come out to you and say, oh, he's my favorite actor. No, but I did grow up watching him. But he is very over the top, and he has very creepy eyes. I can see how you feel that way. Yes, I know Beyonce and I love Beyonce. I really do, and I like Jay-Z. Like I grew up listening to them too. It's so weird, you know, like all these like actors from singers are all tied to it. He does have creepy eyes though, doesn't he? Like when he does that thing with his eyebrows. But you know what? I full on loved him in Jumanji, and I loved him in, what was the other one he was in? I loved him in School of Rock. That was one of my favorites. Nothing can beat School of Rock. I remember watching that. And I watched him in Goosebumps. My son wanted to watch Goosebumps, and he was really good in it. And it's like I can't say I really liked it. I like the original Goosebumps, like the 90s version, but he still did a pretty good job in there. But it's like, to be honest with you guys, aren't actors I don't know. I always thought that actors were a little unusual and strange, and I feel like you kind of have to be that way to be an actor because, like, especially the ones that, do you know what always has fascinated me about, actors and actresses, and so on, is when they get really into their role and they become the role. And there's this documentary I really want to see. Oh, you know who kind of give me weird vibe? Jim Carrey. I have never, and he's another Canadian. Um, but he's always given me kind of strange vibes. I don't know. He's very wacky and weird, and it's like you don't know. I knew, like, I had a friend that actually met him in real life in Canada because he actually has um um he has a cottage near where my friend lived, and they actually ran into Jim Carrey, and they said he was nothing like what you would expect. Like, you'd expect, hi, and how are you? And like all crazy. And it's like, holy shoot, I wouldn't be able to handle that. But yeah, they said he was totally not like that. Very calm. And like I think it was like their snowmobile broke down or something. And he's like, hey, do you need a lift? Like, I'm happy to take you. Like, he's like very like normal, like not celebrity-esque at all, like just like a regular person you were talking to. And then my friend worked at this grocery store, and she said she ran into Mike Myers, and he's from Ontario too, where I'm from. He had a cottage where my friend lived, and she ran into him. She didn't talk to him or anything. She was very starstruck with Mike Myers. And if you don't know who Mike Myers is, it's not the killer guy. it's Austin Powers, if you know who Austin Powers is. But yeah, Jim Carrey is very strange. Like, I watched this interview of him. What made me have like bad vibes, kind of like funny vibes from him, I wouldn't say bad, was oh my gosh, I was just reading your question, Mickey. What was I gonna say? I can't remember. It'll come back to me. Yeah, do I believe I don't think so. They said that about Princess Diana too, right? Like, there was this, I think it was on TikTok actually. There was this girl that said she worked at this place, I think it was in Canada. And she seen Princess Diana and she's living. It's like, I don't believe that. But they're like, call me crazy. But it's like, when you do think about it, and if you really didn't want a celebrity, like the celebrity life, wouldn't you wish there was a way out of it to live like a normal person? Just saying. Especially like Michael Jackson was so, like, they went crazy over him when he would show up anywhere, right? He had to like cover himself up and hide, and they went crazy. Like, he was uber famous, like, since like a young child. And that's what I mean. Like I said, call me crazy, but it's like, I would never want to be uber famous, like super famous with, like in movies and stuff like that. That's never ever what I wanted. But it's like, if you got to that status and you're like, I just want to hang out with my kids and my family, and I don't want to be in the public eye, and it's like, you're not going to be able to go anywhere without getting attacked. If there was like a way you could get away, I mean, anything's possible, like you said. Might be a witness protection. So I seen that somewhere else, Well Endowed. That's interesting you say that. I did see that somewhere else. And maybe Princess Diana too, because she must have seen some things with the royal family, right? So, I don't know. Call me crazy, but anything is... I like that comment. Anything is possible. And I mean, like, you know, things have been covered up before, right? You know? Yes. So I'm trying to understand that because that was like I was like a little kid when the whole Tupac and Biggie Smalls thing came down. But my husband and I watched the movie, and it's really, if you want to know a little more about Biggie Smalls and Tupac, you should watch Notorious Big, and there's another one. And it's pretty factual, but I watched a documentary actually not that long ago when the P. Diddy thing went down. So there was a fight going on between the West Coast and I think it is the East Coast, correct me if I'm wrong, and there were rival rappers fighting against each other. Biggie was on one side and Tupac was on the other, and I think P. Diddy was with Biggie. Yeah, because he did the song Every Breath I Take with Faith Evans. Faith Evans, not Faith Hill. Faith Evans. I love that song. And definitely heard it a lot growing up. But there was a big, you know, fight going on with that. Rap battles going on, and they believe he had something to do with it. Yep. Did Tupac do that song? No. I can't think of I'm not familiar with Tupac because, like I said, he's before my time. But I know some of Biggie's songs because my husband was a fan of Biggie. Like, he listened to a lot of his songs growing up. And he kind of got me into the rap a little bit. But I'm not a huge... I'll listen to it. I don't like, but it's not something I listen to a lot. But I do like that song, Every Breath I'll Be Missing You. That's what it's called. Yeah, they said there was something funny with that. Like, what was it? I don't know. They're looking into it. There was a woman that was shot by P. Diddy and J-Lo too. Did you see that? And she was like saying, you can take the bullet out of me if that means you're going to catch these guys. Because she said she thinks that P. Diddy actually did hit him and he tried to shoot her. And she tried to blame, or I shouldn't say that word on live. She tried to, you know what, her. And I forget. Sometimes I'm on live and I think I'm just talking to you guys on the phone. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, what was I going to say? She was like saying, if you want to, you know, extract that evidence out of me, you can. I don't know. It's very interesting. Like, that kind of stuff is definitely interesting to deep dive in. It's all conspiracy. And they're actually, I think, reopening the case with Biggie and Tupac and all that. Because a lot of the family members, you know, want some answers, right? And they said and then there was something about the car too, like the car model and everything kept changing, and it was very sketchy. What they said, oh, it was a white whatever, and then it was a red whatever, and because like I said, I watched that documentary. It was very interesting. If I find out what documentary it was I was watching, I will definitely let you guys know because it was really good, and it definitely did a deep dive if you wanted to learn more about that. It's kind of a little bit of true crime and a little bit of everything good, right? He's still locked up, right? Who's that? The guy that got in trouble for Diddy? I think he got out. But he is saying even that he didn't do it and he got wrongly convicted. Yes, as far as I know, I haven't watched it recently. But I'm gonna now. You piqued my interest with what's going on, for sure. Because the last thing I heard, there was more victims coming out with allegations, and what was I gonna say? And then they were saying there was a lot of celebrities that are going to be investigated because they were caught on some of these tapes. Yeah, I guess they were trying to like post about like his 2-year-old. He's like a 2-year-old daughter or something. And they're looking into his wife. Like the death of her was very suspicious too. I seen that. It's very interesting. That's what I mean. When the celebrities have that much money and they have that much power, and if they could disappear and hide and pretend that they've passed away. Is it the Ice Cube documentary? Oh my gosh, I gotta look now because you guys need to see this. It was really interesting, and it was actually the police that were involved on the case, and then the police that are on it now, and like they're still doing the Tupac and they're doing Tupac and Biggie. They actually brought out evidence from, I think it was 96. They passed. Okay, I think I have it on my history. Let me see. It's on the Y. It's on the wire. Let's see if I have it in my history, because I don't think I've been watching too many videos on the wire. Oh yeah, my kids watch a ton of videos. I have Miss Rachel and poor Justin. Yes. And no wonder that kid had like he went through that rough phase where he was like in trouble and he was like I think he got into alcohol and all that jazz. It's like no wonder he went through that. He's like what to think, you don't even want to think what that poor guy went through. And he was like uber famous. Okay, let me see if I can find this documentary for you guys to look up. Maybe it was longer. I was looking into the I looked it up because of you, Well Endowed, the Mendez brothers. I was looking up about them. So I have them on here, but I don't see. I've been kind of doing a little bit of true crime kicking lately. I'm gonna find it, guys. I didn't think it was this far back, but maybe it was. I'm trying to think when Diddy got charged. Okay, that's about... Oh, I never watched it. October? Yeah, that would make sense. Oh, it's further back than I think. Maybe it was September when it all went down. I know, and it's like, especially when it's like happening right now. I got really invested in the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. Like I watched the trial. Like I was off with, I was a stay-at-home mom for a little while with my son. And I was invested in that trial. I'd be washing the dishes and washing the... So it's like, if this Diddy thing ever goes to trial, I'm going to be full on watching it too. If I can. Is that it? No, that's Dr. Dre. That's not it. I don't know how I got from that to Dr. Dre, but I did. I think I was looking at about Eminem as how I got on that track. Because my son is playing Fortnite and Eminem and Snoop Dogg are all... There's when I went on my Elvis fix. I can kind of see when I go through my obsession, not obsessions, but phases of what I'm really interested in. It's like, there's my Elvis phase. There's my Dr. Dre phase. So funny. Okay, this is Elvis. Oh, I must have went past it. Okay, well, I'm gonna look it up later. I didn't think it would be that far back. Sorry, guys. I'll tag it on my, if you're on my Discord, or I'll tag it in the next live. I'll try and look for it for my next live on Sunday. There is another case where some stranger... Oh my gosh. I can't watch things about like that. That scares me. And then I don't want to go anywhere at night. And, oh. There was like this one true crime. I remember I went on a true crime fix before I had kids. I can't watch them after I had kids. Because it's just too much. And it's like, especially when it's a mom, it's like, no, mm-mm. Because then it makes me worry about if something happened and then I go through down the whole rabbit hole. Gotta love anxiety. But yeah, like there was one I watched and it freaked me out so much and I connected so much with it for some reason. I didn't even want to go out anywhere after dark. Like I was terrified. Some of them, like that's why I stopped doing it because I was actually scaring the heck out of myself, to the point where I didn't want to go anywhere at nighttime in case somebody was in the bushes or something. Like it really freaked me out. Yeah. Well, there was this one that I seen and um it was like someone was cut it was like something that actually was happening like in the recent times where it was like, oh, if this person does this, they're gonna like follow you in the car. And it's like, I was full on checking everything. I can't remember exactly what it was, and making sure that there was nothing stuck. I think it was like an air tag or something. I was like, I was checking my car over, and it's just like, no air tags better be on this. I live in one of the highest crime areas in America. Wow. I did not know that. My goodness. It's scary, so be safe. Be safe. Now I'm worried about you, Mickey. Now you got me worried about you. The mom in me is like worries about everybody. That's just the kind of person. I worry about everybody. I worry about my husband. You know, when he's like, I'm going to the doctors, I'm just like, I'm worried about you. It's like, what is going to happen? What are they going to say? Oh, those don't look like nice chairs. I don't like those chairs. No, they're not cute chairs. I guess this, yeah, that's a better chair. Like you want to be comfortable when you're sitting up in here, right? Oh my gosh, we're gonna so read some awesome wills too here. I'm telling you. I don't know if we're gonna get into any live gameplay, guys. We might have to leave that for Sunday. I'm having a good old time just talking about, you know, conspiracy theories and like, you know, everything with you guys. We always have a good old time. But yeah, like I don't know what I got very, you know what? It was actually interesting. I got so invested in the Johnny Depp trial. Like I literally like after that time, if I could go to like a courtroom and like understand everything that was going on after never being in a courtroom myself ever. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Like I learned so much from that because I was watching it constantly all the time. You're in the second most dangerous state in America. Oh my gosh, don't tell me, Mickey. I'm going to worry about you now. That scares me. Stay safe, please. I live in the middle of the country, so I'm good. You guys don't have to worry about me. The worst thing that happens is someone can, I guess, steal your car if you don't have it locked up. You just looked it up. Don't do that to yourself. That would scare me. I don't even want to know, you know, where the closest dangerous place in Canada is. I can imagine. I can just probably imagine. It's probably close to where I moved away from, so that's good. I moved away from that. We've got some rough places in Canada, especially with, you know, the D with the R, with the U, with the G. Definitely got a lot of that going on. You know, that's really bad. And that is probably one of the worst things we have going on. You guys are probably the same too, with the whole, you know, bad DRUG that's out right now. That people are getting into, and unfortunately, you know, skeleton crossbones emoji. Oh yeah, it's really already obvious. If you saw the vision, you could just tell. What in the heck am I looking for here? I'm gonna have to move this up a little wee bit. There we go. So I'm losing my spot. There we go. I want that. Yeah, I was looking up like almost like craziest place or something like that. And then there was one near me. I'm like, I can't look this up anymore. I just can't. I'm going to be worrying about it all night long. It's like, no way. No way. You're in New Mexico, aren't you, Mickey? I've never been to New Mexico, but is it warm there? Like, do you guys get snow? I'm always fascinated by that. Remember you said that. You get snow? Okay, I was thinking it was a warm climate. I'm gonna have to look up. I'm terrible with I'm terrible with the states. And I love geography too, you know. US map. There we go. Nevada. I'm just seeing where you are on the map, Mickey. Oh, there you are. New Mexico. You're right beside Texas and Arizona. Nice. Have I been to Texas? Homeless people? Yeah, we have that problem here too, especially in the city. Yeah. Actually, you know, even in the small towns, we have a lot of homelessness. Like we used to have, where I used to live, we had a homeless man living underneath the bridge, but he got into some things, like you said, that emoji you just put up there that he shouldn't have, and he got himself into trouble. But it's not. I think he's doing okay now because I think at one time it was someone I went to school with, and they got into bad things, but they turned their life around. Oh my gosh, Mickey, you be careful. You and your family be careful. So I went, I don't know, I think I told this, I don't know where it was in the States, so it might have even been Canada, because Canada's crazy too. We act like we're all A and, you know, sorry and all that, but no, there's some crazy Canadians too. They're not like angels either. And we went to this hotel room, and hello, Celeste. Just casually walking down the street. So I seen like this homeless person, and definitely was taking something. He had a full-on boat on, rigged up on a wheelbarrow, and he was strolling down the street, and all of the traffic had to stop. And that's what I seen when I went into the city. It's like, I don't want to go into the city. I'm going to stay in my little country area in the middle of nowhere and just be happy and not see that stuff because it scares me. It scares me. But I guess he was wanting to tow the boat. I'm not even lying to you. I wish I would have took a picture of it. Not even lying to you. Because I went and looked. I'm like, oh, he's got a full-on like it was a canoe. Like, and I don't mean a little canoe. Like it was a huge canoe, and he had it on this wheelbarrow. And I'm like, oh, what does he have? I'm like, he has it on a wheelbarrow. And he was holding onto the front, towing it, and he had it all rigged up somehow. I don't know how it wasn't falling off the wheelbarrow. I don't know if he had it taped or there was some craziness. The axe is pretty crazy, but I'm telling you, like the whole boat thing. And it was all full of all his stuff. Wherever he was going with it, he was going somewhere. I don't know if I want to come to New Mexico with what you're saying's walking down the street. That's a little terrifying. Aw. I think there's like craziness a lot of places. There's a big problem with the D with the R right now. Really big problem. And I thought I wanted to change that picture. Because that's a happy pic. Well, I guess it could be a family. I'm like, that looks too happy, though. Maybe it could be the funeral people's family. I don't know. It depends on where you're at in the worst city, too. I don't know. Like, even Toronto, that's probably... Well, it's not close to me, but... That's the closest city I can think of. And, you see some stuff there. Depending on where you go, there's bad areas, right? There's like always those bad areas in a city. It's like you don't go down this street because, you know, it's a rough street and you can get things taken and all that jazz. So, you know, you kind of learn that. And like I said, it's like that everywhere. Even where I used to live, I lived in a really small town before. The street I was on was starting to get really rough, and a lot of D with the R's. And actually, the neighbors across the street, we had constant problems with them. And their kids, they were telling their kids, I can say this now because I don't live near them, and they used to creep my streams. So if they're creeping, hi. Their kids used to come over and steal my son's toys. And then at night, they'd get their friends, because we kicked them off of their property for trying to steal out of our car. They got their friends to come and steal money out of our car. And my son got $20 for his birthday. And I guess they didn't have any money, so they decided, hey, I'm going to take his birthday money. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen that before. I think that's like, you know... But you gotta feel for them. Like, they don't have anywhere to live. It's like you gotta be happy and live your life. And if it's like in a shopping cart, you know what? Live your life, right? Like in the lane of the road. Okay, yeah, that's a little dangerous. Do you know who's really dangerous? Is like people that use those like motorized scooters, like the older people. They are, like, so much braver than me. Like, this lady, like, full on, like, just right through traffic. And it's like, I would be, like, freaking out inside if that was me. Worried someone was going to hit me. I am not that brave. And just weaving in and out of the traffic. And I'm just like, honey, like, I don't trust anybody. Like, you are brave. And I mean, if you gotta do what you gotta do and go where you need to go. Oh, I can't use that. That's custom content. I'm trying to keep this strictly. Well, we'll do this. Why not? Is there like a... Not that I want to make everything dark, but... Oh, that doesn't seem appropriate to put color in his funeral home, but I do love the rainbow. I'm a sucker for rainbows, I tell you. That is kind of interesting. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it with this flooring. I can't. But it's like, I hope one day I am that. I love this wallpaper. I use it way too much. I hope I'm that brave one day. Let's just go and like full on blow through traffic. Oh my goodness. I wish I didn't have that. Oh my gosh, what's with this toilet? I have so many questions. Did a ghost poop on this or something? Like, it looks like ghost poo. It's very, very strange. Should we have a pee bush? Oh, yeah, maybe we should. In case someone wants to get their woohoo on. You know, you should always have a bush. That is the Simbi rule. Always have a woohoo locations. You know, no matter where it is, no matter how, you know, controversial it may be to have a woohoo bush at a funeral home, you gotta have one sometimes because, you know, it is what it is, right? This is a call. You gotta have a pea bush too. I feel like that's important. Pea bush and woohoo bush right next to each other. That needs to happen. That is my full-on recommendation of the day. Oh, now you guys are making me want to go down a rabbit hole tonight and look up some stuff. I'm not going to sleep tonight, and I have to get up early tomorrow. Gonna be looking up conspiracy theories and everything. Is there a toilet that matches this? There's gotta be. The golden throne. I love it. I would love to sit on a toilet like that. Is that a weird thing to say? I honestly would. It looks like it would be like, that's an amazing toilet. I bet like royalty and celebrities have toilets like that. Wasn't it Megan Trainor? I think it was. She said her and her husband have toilets next to each other. I'm like, I love my husband with all my heart. He's my soulmate, but I would never, ever, you know, do that so close to my husband. That kind of thing, no. Just no. I can't. I can't understand that. But you know what? Good for them. If that's the kind of relationship they have. Yeah, I guess I don't have a golden toilet. I'm so mad. I want a golden and black toilet. Oh my god. My gosh, there's a spooky eye one. This is from City Living. That makes sense. I love this one though. Kind of want to put this one in there. Say it's the ghost poop toilet. Okay, we're gonna do it. That looks weird. Should we put a shower in here in case someone, you know, pees themselves during the celebrations? You know, with the Sims game, that's gonna happen. Like my Sims, I was trying to get them to get married, and full on peed themselves, like ruin their wedding dress. It's like, you have got to be kidding. And then I was thinking, I seen a post about, what was it? I think it was on, I was on TikTok again. Shout out TikTok. And it was, like playing The Sims and like letting when your Sim is cooking pancakes and full on like burns down the house. It's so much harder in The Sims 4, but in The Sims 3, if you didn't have a good cooking skill, but especially The Sims 1, they would full on burn down your house. And it's like, there's their first day of work and they're panicking and freaking out because the house is burning, and you're like, you're gonna miss your first day of work. So it might not be a bad idea, long story short, to have that. What's that? Oh, that's the horse. I keep forgetting I have the horse one. Okay, so it's not a bad idea. I know. I'm gonna have, so you know what? When I used to be like a horror movie fanatic, and I'd watch stuff till it scared like the heck out of me that I couldn't even settle for bed. And it's like, I don't know why I did that to myself, but you know what? The best thing to do is if you especially if you watch like a true crime or something really like kind of, you know, dark and kind of sad and all that jazz, is to put on like a happy movie. That's what I always did. Put on a happy movie, put on a comedy, you know, watch some, you know, some creepy Jack Black if you want, like in Jumanji or in School of Rock. Put that on because those are good, funny ones, just to get your mind, you know, centered and all that jazz. Sometimes you need to do that. Yeah, we're gonna put a bath. It's a little weird to have a bathtub in a funeral home, but you know what? Accidents happen, especially when you're mourning, right? You sometimes have a pee accident, and you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And you gotta go when you gotta go. And sometimes when you gotta go is not the most opportune moments. And, yeah. Unfortunately, that is, like, my son's newest saying is, that's just part of life. I don't know where he got that from. I think I must have had a conversation with him, and I'm like, that's just part of how life goes sometimes. The Jungle Book, that's a good one. Is that the new one? I want to see the new Jungle Book that just came out not that long ago. I haven't yet. My son and my husband watched it. My husband said it was really good. Like the live action one. Or The Good Dinosaur. That one is sad. No, don't watch that one. That one's sad. I don't know. like my husband and I had this conversation, I feel like not that long ago, and I said to him, "Why do they make kids movies so sad? Like when you think about it, and there's a conspiracy for that too. Let's get into that. Um they always make kids movies, especially Disney movies. The mom is like always like deceased or like, like not in the picture. There's no explanation where the mom was. Like I don't think Beauty and the Beast they ever explained what happened to her mom. You just assume that she had passed years prior or something. But yeah, like I don't know why they do that. Why do they make kids, things? Oh my gosh, these sheep are so cute. I want to put this in one of my kids' rooms in the game. Not my real. Well, my daughter would that would go with her room. Oh, look at the horse. I cannot. My daughter loves My Little Pony. And she loves horses. She's got like a she loves unicorns. She is just obsessed with unicorns. And my her aunt made her like this unicorn like she knits, and it is like gorgeous, and she just loves that. That's like her thing. That is like her favorite toy is this unicorn. You can always find it in the strangest places, like 'cause she usually, you know, um takes it everywhere with her. She's crawling. She's not walking yet. So she'll crawl with something in her hand, and you can hear her going down the hall, and you'll hear is clank, 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 or you can hear the doll or the unicorn dragging on the floor, and it's a little softer, but you can hear the eye dragging. It's so funny. It's like, well, I know who's coming down the hallway right now. Oh, Inside Out. No, okay, Up. No, you're right. Moana. No. Okay, I'm talking about the older ones I grew up with, I guess. Mickey, you proved me wrong with a few. I'm talking about like the princessy ones, I guess, more like the old-fashioned ones, like Cinderella, Snow White, Rapunzel. Well, no, Rapunzel's mom is around, but Elsa and Anna, Frozen. They lost both the parents, right? But apparently there's a conspiracy theory for the old Disney movies, like all the way from Snow White to, I guess, Aladdin, because I don't think Jasmine's mother's in it at all. Um, and sorry if I'm missing some movies in between, but they said that he purposely, it's a conspiracy theory, he purposely discluded mothers because he had a lot of guilt because I guess his parents, skeleton face, with a like a C carbon monoxide kind of thing. Yeah. And he had a lot of guilt from that because he bought them the house and then there was a carbon monoxide problem. But I don't know. That theory doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, to be perfectly honest with you. But apparently that's one. Oh yeah, Hotel Transylvania. Is that a Disney movie though? I know Adam Sandler's in it. Oh yes. Yes, I did see that theory. And then isn't that tied to Beauty and the Beast as well? Because they're wondering if it's their daughter or something. Is Tarzan's I don't yeah, not Tarzan's mom, his wife, I can't think of her name. Jane is like Beauty and the Beast's daughter or something, or like not daughter, like relative. Jane, yeah. Is like her distant relative because she wears a yellow dress. It's the other conspiracy theory. So, I don't know. Maybe. Some of them do make sense. Like there was one about how all the Pixar movies are connected too. And it's like, they found like evidence in movies, like there's like a Cars poster in this one, and then there's like there's a Lilo and Stitch picture in this one. It's like, yeah, I guess they got to tie all their universes together, so makes sense. No, no, but her mom turns into a bear, doesn't she? In Brave, if I remember correctly. I really like that movie, actually. My son is terrified of the kids' movies that where the like someone is transformed into an animal. So like he didn't like that um Pixar one where it's based in Canada and it was called like Red Panda or something or Panda. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, he hated that one because she turns into a panda and he got scared for the little girl because he's like she's not going to get back to her family and it's like, "Oh, Turning Red." Yeah. So, he hated that movie. I'm like, "Oh, he was so worried about the little girl getting back to her parents." And I'm like, "That's my little tender heart child." But I'm like that too. Like, he gets it for me. I get very connected with shows. And then I stop watching it. Because, like, I watched the music video for Pink Pony Club. And one of the past contestants on RuPaul's Drag Race was on there. And I'm just like, I remember them. And it's like, I stopped watching because I get too my son's going to be like that too. I get too invested in the contestants. And I get mad when they, they get let go or like it's the season's over and we have new contestants. And it's like, I just can't because I like the contestants from the first season. And I was like that with RuPaul's. Moana's grandma made me cry. Oh my gosh, yes. I definitely... I think grandparents always get me, and they do so more now. That's okay to love Disney. Disney's amazing. You know more than I do. And I have kids. My son's all about video games right now, though. That's his kick. He's like all Fortnited out. If you want to know anything about Fortnite, he has the answers. He watches like all like the live streamers and all that jazz. But I mean, look what I do. So what can I say, right? I feel like being like a Disney fan would be very expensive though, because their stuff is crazy. Yes, we do have Funko Pops. I have one. I have the Walking Dead zombie guy. I actually almost bought another one. It was actually funny enough to tie in with your Disney. It was Minnie Mouse, and it was the Halloween version because I love the fall time and Halloween time. I don't know. I just always get warm and cozy feelings when I think about, you know, the fall. I just love the fall. I always have. It's just it's my season. And I guess that's why both my kids were born in the fall. Maybe it was just meant to be. I was meant to have fall babies. Your guys' Thanksgiving is coming up too. We already celebrated our Thanksgiving. And now it's the countdown till Christmas. That's what we're on now. We just finished our Thanksgiving is the 1st of October. That's when we celebrate our Thanksgiving. But I almost bought a Funko Pop. Yeah, that's fun. I can't believe how close Christmas is. Like, my husband is Christmas obsessed. Like, he loves Christmas. And it's nothing but he loves decorating. That's why he loves it. Like, it's nothing else but the fact he loves to decorate. He loves the spirit of it, like giving and all that jazz. And the decorations and the cozy vibes you get from that as well. Like, you know, cuddling up in a blanket, having a hot chocolate, that kind of thing. And putting your tree up. But yeah, that's his season. All decorations are up the November 1st. Yeah, well, I went and posted on one of my private social medias that I had my Christmas decorations up, and I got a little bit of hate because in Canada they usually like you to wait after it would be comparable to your Veterans Day where we celebrate, lost people lost in the war. So I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know I was going to cause a controversy with that, but I did." So I decided not to do anything outside. I'd already decorated inside. And yeah, like I don't want anyone to be offended by my decorations. That's not what it's about. I want everyone to love them. So we usually wait until after November 11th is our remembrance. We call it Remembrance Day, but it's equivalent to your Veterans Day. Veterans Day is on Monday? Really? I have an American calendar. I'll have to look this up because of um our Remembrance Day is on Monday. Yep. November 11th. We wear a poppy. I have to get my poppy. I haven't got a poppy yet. I'm bad. So we have something called the Legion, which is pretty much, it's not as much anymore because a lot of the veterans have passed away. But and a lot of the younger people, I don't think the younger people are as interested in it as well because there was the Afghanistan war and that too. But we what in the heck is going on with this? This might be something. I don't think I have the mental capacity to play around with this stinking thing right now. You're going to the Air Force. I'm celebrating Marines Corps' birthday on the weekend. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, we have our Veterans Day, and we just go to our memorial place and just think of those who passed. I had a uncle. My grandmother's brother was in the war, and he got the gas, I guess it would be, in his lungs, and he had lung problems all his life. I don't know what kind of gas it was, but he was a pilot in World War II, I guess. I guess it would be. Me, like, I'm a history buff, and I was like, I don't remember when World War II or World War One was, but I can make this work. I'll have to shimmy stuff around a little bit. You want to be a medicine specialist, and oh, good for you. That's a really important job. Aw, I'm going to a ceremony. Oh, nice. So you guys celebrate something for Remembrance Day too. I didn't know that. I know you had a Veterans Day. I have a few I have like my mom's side of the family. She has a few relatives that live in the States. They live in Boston. We used to have one family member that lived in she lives in Boston, and then we have another family member that used to live in Michigan, but I think they moved to Canada. We had a lot of family in the States, and then we had another family member connected to the same family, but he unfortunately passed away, and he lived in, I don't know where he lived, what state that was. I can't remember. So that's why I'm a little familiar with some of your things. We're not super uber close, so I've never visited. They're like cousins of my mom's, and they're like quite a bit older than her too. So my grandmother and my uncle, who I was talking about, who was in the war, it would be their father. There was a 12 years age difference between them, so there's quite an age difference between my mom and her her cousins because they were closer to my grandmother's age. Isn't that crazy when, like, back then, like, a lot of the, aunts and uncles were just as much the same age as the niece and nephew. I had a few families that did that because I had a great grandmother that had, you know, a son that was like our grandmother that had kids young, and then a great grandmother who had kids very young, and then she was still able to have kids, and she almost, unfortunately, the baby um, wasn't with us, but they would have been close to my grandmother's other children. So yeah, it's weird, like, to think you're going to school with your uncle. Like, I find that's strange. It would be weird, but my family went through it. I love how close the day of the. Oh yeah, you said you celebrate that. That's interesting. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because you're thinking of those, you know, that are no longer with us, and it kind of makes a little sense for sure. Uh-oh, Houston, we have a problem. Oh, there's a good conspiracy theory. What do you guys think about the moon landing? That's another good one. I was kind of deep diving into at one time. Do you think the moon landing happened or no? It's very interesting when you think about it. If you're new here, we're talking conspiracies. Oh, that's amazing. That's so amazing to pass on your culture and that kind of stuff. That's amazing. You don't know? I know. So, oh my gosh, you got to look it up. I watched a documentary on the moon landing, and it's crazy. I don't know if I 100% believe it, but it's interesting. Let's put it that way. They believe that they faked it, um, which was like, oh, I went down that rabbit hole. And there's actually a movie out, isn't there, with Scarlett Johansson and what's his name about that too. I mean, it's not like the government hasn't done some crazy things. I know ours has, you know? So, just saying. Well, they said their their thought behind why they think it happened was they were trying to beat another beat other countries there, so they're trying to get it done fast. But they even like there was people, pulling apart, the photos and like how clear they were for being in the 60s, and the even like transferring of information so easily with it be like, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I never even thought of that." It's like this generation's so much smarter than us. We never thought about that. We were not with it. It's like, geez, we weren't paying attention to these things. I don't know what we were paying attention to, but definitely not that. Why do I feel like we have more things? Oh, that's pretty. I love that. Put that near someone's grave. I think I might size it down a little bit though, because it is a little big. Oh, will it not let me? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, will not let me do that. I guess we should put some little mementos out here. Might be nice. What do we talk on Semi Stream? We talk about conspiracy theories, true crime. I don't, you know what? There's worse things that, it's probably out there. So Anything, I know. There you go again with the anything's possible. I'm telling you. Some of these things I'm like, nah. And then I get thinking about it. I'm like, hmm. I'm like, it sounds a little bizarre. And it's like, I don't know. It's like you said, anything's possible. I don't know. Some crazy stuff. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm slowing down for the night. I might have to get off of here. I was trying to go 3 hours and it's only getting worse. Oh, my heart goes out to you guys. For sure. For sure, for sure. I'm in my own little. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a baby gate. I didn't know we had that. We probably had that forever. I'm just like, oh, it's like Sambi, we've had that forever. Where have you been, girl? Oh my goodness. Why is this not cooperating? Oh, it's because I'm not on the ground level. That is why. Oh no. I don't want to do that. Game. I want you down on the ground. Here we go. There we go. Oh, that's too long. Let's do that. There we go. See how that looks. I love doing like a little garden, I guess you'd call it a garden box. We did that at our old house and it was really cute. I think we got that with an update while you were gone. I don't know. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I missed a lot of things when I was gone. Holy shoot. A lot of updates. For sure. I love this new Grim update. I need to finish that rewards thing this weekend because I don't know how much longer it's going to be available and you get all those free rewards. So yeah, finish it up, guys. 'Cause that's a great little perk they have going on there with that. I was so shocked. I'm like, I cannot believe this. This is amazing. Like they have this great little freebie. They never had this in the Sim. Did they? No. They had some free stuff, but it was very not like that. And I love that it's like goal setting. I love that. Like you have goals you need to fulfill. I love that. Just put some little bit of dirt underneath here. I feel like that was maybe the time I was pregnant and I kind of heard about it. The infant updates. And I played around with it a little bit because I was trying to kind of deal with how I was feeling. But I think I vaguely do remember I do know we have baby updates. Let's put it that way. So but that was a great little perk too. Like that definitely was needed. All right, how's that look? Let's see. I think we need some boxes maybe down here. Can we use these maybe? Or is that going to be too much? Oh gosh. I think I have the move objects one so I can kind of shimmy them together. There. That works out. What is the one thing I did miss? Well, I missed a couple of the expansion packs and the stuff packs, obviously. And Love Struck, like I really regret not coming back for Love Struck because that was the perfect timing for our Woohoo Club. But I can't help it. My little girl was making me sick. She was worth every moment of it. She's so cute. Do it all over again. Go through all the sickness just to have that little girl. I tell you. She's amazing. I'm like, I don't want a bellyache. It's like, I just love my little girl. As much as she Gave me terrible morning sickness. She was worth it. It's amazing. Guess we can put the rocking chair there. Why do I see a pool here? I feel like that's so wrong. I guess I could have we have room for growth. We'll say it. Say that is. We have room for growth. If we want to if we want to expand, you know, our graveyard, we can. All right, so let's put some of these like here for everyone sitting down. These are from the Realm of Magic. I'll just move that there. I don't know if that looks out of place. Let's see. I want to have the full vision. Need the full vision. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm slowing down and I'm getting boring. So I'm going to probably call it a night, actually. And sorry we didn't get too much gameplay tonight, guys. But I had a nice time chatting. And now, Mickey, I'm going to be going down a rabbit hole. For sure because of you. Gonna be looking up all of stuff about Diddy, and then what is the other thing you told me about? Oh, you're talking about like Maryland and all that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look all that stuff up now. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back Sunday night, and we can do a little bit of gameplay. And yeah, sorry we just got to building. I kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed chatting with you guys. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll probably work on this a little bit off stream, maybe on the weekend if I have time, and just kind of, it really just needs a few little, it's pretty much done. It just needs a few little details, and then we have to do the upstairs, and we're pretty much done. And I mean, it's not going to be that big. I'm probably going to do a master bedroom somewhere like in this vicinity. I don't know why that window's floating. And maybe like a master bedroom here, like right here, and then kitchen and living room. Try and make it fairly small. And then these are like obviously the kids' bedrooms. But anyway, yeah, we'll see you guys. Thank you so much. And hi, Mary. Have a great night. I'm sorry you missed the stream, Mary, but thanks for joining. And thank you, Amanda, for the gifts, and Moon and Stars for the gifts. Sorry, I don't see your name. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the love and the support. You guys are amazing. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys. I'm gonna head to bed and catch some Z's and try not to be up all night looking up conspiracy theories. Try my best. Definitely want to look up about what's going on with the whole, yeah, be interesting for sure. All right, guys. You guys have a great night. Have a great weekend. Smile. Be merry. I'm thinking of all you. I love you all. And we'll talk to you guys on Sunday. Wrong day. Love you guys. Bye.